Today we have with us India's legendary filmmaker, who's a director, who's also an actor, and he is an actor who has, I think he is one of the few actors here who has done as good in commercial films as in parallel cinema, as they call in India, which we in America call indie cinema. Uh, Mr. Rajat Kapoor, sir, tell us now you're going to have a project which you want crowd-funded project. Tell us about that. What is that?
Thank you very much, Ravi, for having me. First of all, I'm very wary of terms like legendary and so on. I shy away from that. Uh, Aankhon Dekhi was the last film I made, and that was 5 years back. Since then, I've written 4 scripts, and I've been trying to raise money for these scripts. But because my films are a certain kind, and that is not mainstream, it is very within the indie landscape. It's always difficult to raise money for my next film. So I'd given myself a deadline till June this year. I said if I don't find a producer, I would start crowdfunding. So that's what we're doing. The film is called RKRK. It's on crowdera.com right now. We're looking for a substantial amount. We're looking for 2.5 crores, uh, which is a lot of money, I think, for a crowdfunding platform. But I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. And it's going well. We've done about 10% of the required budget. It's a little slow, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Tell us about the film a little bit.
Well, RK is a film about a filmmaker. He's making a new film, and to cut a long story short, one of the characters in the film runs away and lands up in real life. And now the rest of the film is how to send this guy back into the film so RK can finish his film. It's quite over the top as an idea, even bizarre if you want. But I think there is something to be looked for there.
Very interesting. It looks like to me it's very interesting. Now, this channel of mine is a NRI channel, and it's watched in America and United Kingdom and Europe by diaspora, Indian diaspora. If they want to contribute, what do they do?
Go to the site called crowdera.com, look for RKRK page there, and it's pretty simple from there on. Crowdera.com, CROWDERA.com.
Now tell us, do you feel as if, you have been for 2 decades at least, you have been making movies, you have been making, like you said, different movies, not mainstream, and you have worked equally good in, for example, Monsoon Wedding, you and Kapoor and Sons, you have done commercial films. Do you feel that the acceptance about non-mainstream films is increasing day by day?
It's increasing, but the rate of increase is very slow, because I think the big problem is that Bollywood is such a huge tree that it doesn't let anything grow under it, and we are addicted in many ways to Bollywood, to our stars, to our kind of storytelling, to song and dance. So that addiction needs to be addressed every week, every Friday. So the audience for indie films is increasing now with the coming of Netflix and online platforms. But it's very, very slow. And even if people want to watch our films, I think to get funding for the films is still very difficult. And it will change. I'm very optimistic about the future, but that won't happen very soon. It'll happen maybe after 10 years.
I came back from the States. I was there for 30 years, and I've been here only for 2, 3 years. I feel that, 70% of the people in India are poor. And maybe 10, 15% are rich, and then there's a middle class. People who are rich, they would love to see non-mainstream films. But the poor 70%, they don't care. They want to see entertainment, dance, and everything. So how that's going to change?
You're right to an extent. It's not about, when your needs are huge, when your needs are about your next meal and sanitation and education and housing, then those needs need to be addressed first. Art comes at a very later stage, and your need for art or need for food for soul comes much later. And I think it has largely to do with education, not so much poverty, but with education. Because education is about becoming aware. And then, like I said, art comes after those needs are fulfilled. So, yeah, there is a huge amount of work to be done socially in this country. That's why I'm saying it'll take a decade or two maybe when we reach kind of a little better development in all areas, then maybe we can force our people to watch better films. The people will ask for better films, you know. It is not with education and with an exposure to world cinema, which is happening now because of online and DVD and stuff. People are becoming aware of world cinema. They are saying this is happening there. Why can't we make films like that? So yeah, but it's a very gradual social change, really.
Now, I saw your Raghu Romeo, and I felt you are inspired a little bit by Fellini. Who inspires you in the beginning when you started filmmaking? Who are your people who inspired you?
It's a huge list. It's a huge list, and it keeps changing. So when I was younger, it could have been different. But I think over the years, Fellini has been a constant. So has Chaplin. But like I said, there's also Billy Wilder and Martin Scorsese and Pedro Almodovar. And there's a French filmmaker named Eric Romer I like very much. Ozu from Japan I like very much. So it's a huge Coen brothers, Ritwik Ghatak, Woody Allen. So these are all inspiring filmmakers to learn from. You know.
Now, tell us once again, it's a crowd era, CROWDERA.com, where people can go and contribute whatever little they can or whatever more they can.
If, let's say, 10 lakh people contribute 500 rupees each, you know, we are almost there. So what we are looking for is not necessarily somebody funding 5 lakhs, but maybe 500 rupees. Whatever you can, whatever is possible. I meet a lot of people who want to do something for cinema or something for an issue, but you don't know where to go, how to start. Well, this is where you start. You go to crowdera.com and look for RKRK.
And I understand you're working on a film right now. What kind of film is that?
This is a film called Kadak. So funny thing happened while I was looking for money on the online platform. A producer came to me and said, I have a little money. Do you have another script? And I said, yes. So that one is being shot now. We start shooting end of November and we finish shooting by December end. And RKRK will happen middle of next year.
Anything I didn't ask you want to say?
Sorry?
Anything I didn't ask you want to add?
Well, watch better films, support better films. If you ask for it, you'll get it. It's as simple as that. I really feel that a country gets the politicians it deserves and the cinema it deserves.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.